Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of. Oh man, I can. It's not Higurashi. I think it's Higurashi. I think. When They Cry, Chapter 1. I really need to fix that. All right. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. This here is the Furudu Shine. Furude Shine. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Ah, isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? The Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration of the end of winter. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer. Now then, spread out the lunchboxes, and there. Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all this? Hey, Mion, I'll take more than just a good view to get this all the way down, you know. Oh, hey, someone else. Oh, it's Rika-chan and Satoko. It's Rika-chan and Satoko. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see, this was her secret plan, to power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty. We just had to come since there was such a commotion. What is the meaning of this? Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Reina. I can see that much. Why have you laid out a trap on our property? The temple is public grounds. It's not yours. Keiichi is right. This is everyone's property. Wow, Rika-chan is such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Satoko. Hold on 1 second. Where is my spot? No spot for you, and nothing for you to eat. Don't worry. There's some for you too. None. I'll eat all of hers. I will not allow that, Rika. Here, chopsticks. Both Satoko and I leapt at boxes, having it out with each other. Oh, we're gonna be doing that again. All right. Whoops. Man, really, Kei-chan. Kei-chan. You're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate, one for Mi-chan and Rika-chan too. Rina whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates. If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up. That's right. Okay. Shall we commence this battle? Please, eat a lot. There's enough for everyone. Reina said as she opened up the thermos. Just then, I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. I will not allow you to have this hamburger, and I got hit. Herk! Using your elbow is against the rules, Satoko. Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules. It was a tough battle, blocking with her full momentum, and an elbow in the opening moves. Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks provided to be fatal and gave me the upper hand. The last meatball! Satoko Huju has been bested. Nom! Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Reina blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Reina to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I'll do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. That's really funny. The intense battle calmed, and finally, everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Alright, receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there are so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era? I don't know if that's true or not. It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? That does sound sad. It's probably because back then the people were busy, even while eating, and didn't have the time to complement the flavor. Well, I mean, that's still kind of true. That's just you, yeah. But, you know, just hearing that it's good makes me happy. That my effort was worth it, I mean. She blushed a little as she said that. It was delicious. With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Reino directly with praise. She looked straight at her with expression of bewitching innocence. After Reina uttered an intelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. How? Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you. It was really delicious. Reina, flushed with red excitement, embraced Rika-chan, rubbing her cheek against her so hard that you could almost hear it. To reward Rika-chan for her praise. Ta-da! These are special. 2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. Oh, awesome, I love it. What is it, Satoko? What's with that defiant look? Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Reina-san? Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab? Ho ho ho, well then, allow me to show you. After Satoko flashed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly. Hey! So Reina Oni-chan's lunch? Satoko thought it was yummy too. Satoko looked up at her poutily while talking cutesy. Oh, that was supposed to be cute. That was I made it like such a different way of saying that. All right, what? How was that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is Reina's limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Reina! How? Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Reina glomped Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against her. Cute! Satoko is so cute! Take you home, how? Swish! Stab! Push! Satoko was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Reina. That's unfair, to think she had such a trick. If it upsets you so much, why not reward Reina-san with some praise? Damn it! That was a dirty trick! First of all, that wasn't even praise. Satoko, you think you've won with that, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mion. What kind of trick is it? Ki-chan is going to be the one who does it. What? Oh, why don't I have you show me then? The writhing of an old maid. Oh, this is really funny. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. After sipping my tea, I started talking, very naturally and calmly. Perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right? No! Oh no! Oh no, that's not good. Actually, most of it, almost all of it, was frozen stuff. Then which ones did you make? Oh, I'm trying to salvage it. Which ones did you make fresh? Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say, must I? Oh no. From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. I already know. This one, right? Huh? Reina turned an even deeper shade of red. The words, I can't believe it, practically written on her face. How can you tell? How, that I made it? Of course, Miyana told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. Yes! Oh, this is amazing. It had your smell. Silence enveloped the area. Reina, face still completely red, froze solid. With a small yap, Satoko also blushed. Of course, I did too. I sure would like to try one of Reina's handmade apple rabbits. Or something. This is amazing. This is so good. Even if this was all because I was competing against Satoko, I felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Yeah, I think so. Then at that moment, boosh! It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. Please eat some, Keiichi-kun. There's plenty for you. Instantly, dozens of apples were shoved in my mouth, knocking me over. Oh, this is amazing. This is fantastic. Oh, so good. Oh, okay. Say, Kichi-kun. Tee-hee-hee. My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved in my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced in my mouth. More and more apples. How about them apples, Satoko? Looks like we win. Kei-chan, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? This is our complete victory, isn't it? I can't believe it. Such trickery. It doesn't bother me at all. Satoko ground her teeth, mortified. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. At that time, Reina stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something. Rika-chan, you're not eating it. Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe? Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it in her cupped hands, and she seemed to be at a loss for what to do. Poor Mr. Rabbit, I feel sorry for him. I want to save him. Pwee! That was the sound of blood squirting from Rita's nose. Oh, amazing. Cute! Tonight, I will take you home. This is so weird, amazing, so amazing. She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Kill shots! Ba-boof! Then, coming back at her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up with a whip, and fixed them back up on a plate. Now they're all just fine, okay? Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan, okay? Rika-chan raised up Sotoko's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbits shoved to her. She whispered, "This is our victory." What? A comeback! Hey, I just don't care anymore. Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. It's amazing. Higurashi, there it is. Higurashi, When They Cry. So that's the end of chapter 2, I guess. So let me go look at these tips. Let's see what tips I get. Oh no, it didn't. I guess that was just a loading screen. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Rina and Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Rina and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Oh yeah. Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun? Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Then well, would you mind taking a little detour maybe? Maybe? A detour? Is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Reina, I quietly nodded. Ooh, this is nice. I love the water in the background. These photos are beautiful. Oh man, look at this. Ooh, good music. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. Ooh, look at all those bobcats and diggers, whatever they're called. A large heap of garbage spread out over the towards of the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. Ooh, foo-foo. What does that mean? It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile? It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. Rena had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here, right? Whoa, a new pile. I can't wait. I can't wait. She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Whoa! My city-raised self was completely pitiful. It's all right. Just stay right there, Keiichi-kun. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my accompaniment. Don't fall! Watch your step. I'm fine, I'm fine. This is nothing at all. Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Rena disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively rain around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Oh, what's up, man? What's up, bro? That's a typical looking photographer? Standing there was a typical looking photographer. He spied over me through his camera. Does not look typical to me, but okay. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa! You surprised me! Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad, my bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. Tomitake, freelance photographer. Hinamizawa from the... I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad, my bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. Ah ha 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 ha. So, what you're saying is I'm the same as the birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. Ooh, almost dropped my drink. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Reina would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself. Ah, here she comes. Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Reina popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? Oh, you have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Don't know. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Ah. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Oh, I responded like I would if I were talking to Reina and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Ah! Amazing. Amazing. Ha ha ha, Kichi-kun, sorry to keep you. You were waiting a while, I guess. I best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apology for startling you, Keiichi-kun. Alright, he's gone. Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder. It wasn't Rina's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. And we're back. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Oh, yes. So listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that thing. Those statues they always have out in front of that fried chicken place. That life-size dummy. Yes, Colonel Sanders. How cute! I want to take it home. I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you would take it home, right? It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon. Rina seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out, to repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today. How? Thank you! Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us. Keiichi-kun is going to help. I can take the Colonel Sanders home. How? Reina staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey, Rina. Long ago, did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details, though. How? Just wondering if you knew about it, you know? An incident or something. I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. Ah, okay. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Reina quickly light-heartened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Return. Nope. Bam. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that... So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry. Don't really know. Don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitake-san said. Then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Oh, so there actually was a murder there. I thought that was me joking with the guy, but it wasn't. Ah, okay. Higurashi, When They Cry. Okay, so there actually was a murder there. They didn't find one of the limbs. Oh, man. That's disturbing. Aha! I have received new tips. My borrowed mansion. The damn site murder dismemberment. Newspaper edit. Alright, and so I'm going to quickly save it. And I think that's where I'm going to end. This is the end of chapter 2. I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.